Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Moose. I'm Graham Campbell and this is
Sarah Bennett.
really good Monday morning to you. What we're going to do is, obviously we've had another traumatic week in world news, but before we dig into any of that, we're going to go straight into some social media help, advice, support, what we're actually here for, so you don't have to troll through 8 minutes of us having a conversation about world events before you get any nugget of information. Just before we do that though, I need to give a massive shout out to Mrs Lawton's Year 6 class at St Bartholomew's in Great Harwood. They were fantastic hosts for Moose a couple of weeks ago. We love going in and talking to you guys, and we wish you best of luck on your journey. And we talked about loads of things about business and about life generally, and we had lots of different tips and help about being successful. But I just want to remind you all of no, I'm not going to remind you of everyone, but just the last one. Always have a good pen. Now that'll make no sense to anybody else, but that's for you guys in Year 6. Okay, have a great week this week, and then a fantastic holiday before you move up. Right, social media. Now then, what I want to do today is just quickly talk about how you utilise social media for your business in the overall, really. Now, if you network for your business in whatever capacity and you use that to generate referrals or leads for your business, then you can do exactly the same on social media. It's absolutely no different. But you just need to think about this and use this as a little exercise. If you're watching this at work and there's somebody around, then do this with the person next to you. Or next time you're in a business context, think about your introduction to that person and do it as your business name rather than your own name. And then feel the awkwardness. Awkward pause, you see. Feel the awkwardness of that situation, and that is effectively what you're doing in social media. If you're doing it right on social media, you're brilliant at engaging with people. You are providing fantastic content. You're doing it strategically, trying to build these links and referrals for your business. But the one disadvantage that you've got is you're constantly linking in with people, you're constantly having conversations with people and building this rapport as a brand, as a company name, not as yourself, not with a face. You're a logo, okay, on social, wherever. We're exactly the same. But what we try to do for our own business and what we advocate for other businesses to do is utilise your personal brand to help promote your business. Now, that doesn't mean that's just for CEOs and, sort of high-level people within the company. If you're networking for your company, you can also be doing social media through your own social media channels. If you've got that level of understanding, if your company trusts you enough to go out and promote your company in a networking situation, then there should be no reason why you can't use your personal social media channels to send a story about your business, or why you're proud to be part of it, or whatever you do on social media. But you put a face to it. It can even be a face like mine, but I nearly swore then. It could even be a face like mine. It doesn't matter. People deal with faces. They deal with personalities. And that is the only difference between the networking that you're doing routinely for your business to generate leads and referrals, and doing it on social media. If you get a angle, you get an angle and a hand on doing that, then you can really see your social media come alive in terms of generating new referrals and leads. We see about 24% of our sort of digital online content come directly from Twitter in terms of leads, people inquiring about our services. Now that's pretty decent return. So that's the sort of thing that you could be looking at doing if you just employ your own employees, your own face, your own beautifulness alongside your brand. Now, Sarah will talk in a bit more technical terms about that.
Yeah, I mean, just sort of leading on it, people want to see the authenticity behind a business. And I know that some people are a bit scared about what they're putting out there, whether they're putting too much personal stuff, they don't want to lose any privacy. But it's about, there is something unique about your business. You've got a unique selling point, and not everyone knows what that is, but it could just be your location, your background, your history, how you ended up in business in the first place. There's something unique about you, and you really need to tell that story. And it's a skill, but it's something that grows over time, and you know your confidence grows, and before you know it, you know the world's your lobster, so to speak. You know.
Oh, what's that from?
The world's your lobster.
Oh, Friends.
Friends.
Phoebe Buffet. There you are. We're really going on a journey here.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
to get the world your lobster, one of the things we do at Moose is we do a training course about employee advocacy. Forget the name, forget what that may or may not mean. Basically, it's empowering yourself to be the face of your business, or 100 of your employees to do that, or 1,000, or 10. It doesn't really matter. But it's about exploring this option of giving your brand a face, because you do that all the time in your networking. So it works.
You don't have
if
to
you
be
invest in
supermodels, because look at us.
Exactly.
People still pay us. It's amazing.
Crazy. Right, before we get carried away, just want to say congratulations to Henrik Stenson for actually making golf amazing and interesting yesterday at the Open. If you're American, the British Open, but it is the Open. Shooting 20 under, the lowest ever score at the British Open. The Open, gosh, it makes me cringy when I say the British Open, but it, you know, let's be fair, it is. So well done to Henrik Stenson. And I just very quickly need to touch on the sort of horribleness that has gone on once again over the last week. Coup in Turkey, shootings in Baton Rouge, and obviously a terrorist attack in Nice. And just try to just have something very simple to say about this. As all these things aggregate over the last however many weeks, over the years, we seem to be pulling apart as a community in Britain, in the West, you know, however, we're becoming polarised more and more. And I don't see that as the answer, because it's just fueling more and more of these atrocities. And the only real way we've got to begin to try and address it is if we come together, however counterintuitive it seems, is trying to get in that other person's shoes from the other side and trying to arrange some sort of dialogue. Yeah, we did it with Northern Ireland, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years there. I'm not saying it's perfect in that situation, but that brought about a resolution. We're not doing it in other areas, and whether you've got power as a politician or you've got a voice as a human being, that is the direction, and the only direction I see we can go in as humanity is to come together. Yeah, there's nothing different about us as people. We only learn those differences, so let's try and explore our similarities and find some common ground. It's very difficult to talk about that, obviously, around specific tragedies, but that's our serious thought for the day, and it's what we're going to end on. So join us next week. Oh, there was one thing actually. If you fancy a shout out, like say at Bar School, we're happy to do that. But actually, what we really want is if you fancy coming along and taking part in Monday Moose. However, whatever you've got to say, if you've got something to say, we'd love to have you as a guest. Just contact us. There'll be some contact details as ever. Get in touch. Okay, have fun, have a great week, and we'll catch you next Monday.
Okay, bye.